Last video in this outfit, I promise. I just want to do another overview while I was here because these were staring at me in the face and there's not that many of them, so it should be very short. So today we're going to talk about Kabuki brushes. I love Kabuki brushes. Look like this. They're tiny, they're cute, very controlled. Yeah, and they're just always like, you know, cutely displayed and what have you. So I'm a fan of the Kabuki. I have 4 brushes to show you today. So first of all, what I use Kabuki brushes for. I use Kabuki brushes mainly for powder, like foundation, powder with color on it. Foundation mainly. And I use it to buff in the product into the skin really well. Also, to get more coverage from a powder, because if you use like even like this brush, like a really big fluffy face brush, the powder, you're just gonna like lightly dust it on. But with this, it's much more concentrated. It's a lot of product is getting on your brush and you're buffing it into the skin, making sure that it really gets in there. You're gonna get more, brush hair. You're gonna get more coverage doing that. So I mainly use Kabuki brushes for my powder foundation. I've also used them in the past for bronzer and just giving warmth to the outer parts of my face. I do that every now and then with these. I just really like it because instead of a contour, you're just, again, like I'm saying, warming up the face. You're not like giving like a chiseled look or anything like that. Just to give some color to the faces really well. I know some people who use their Kabukis for liquid foundation. I don't like to, only because Kabukis are so hard to clean that I don't like gunking them up with liquids. So that's the only reason I don't use a liquid. The only cream product I do use with this though is my Soleil Tan de Chanel Bronze Universal. So anyways, let's get started. I will start with the baby one and then work my way up. So this is the Mark. I don't know what they call it, and the name's not on here. But it's like the Mark Kabuki brush, and it comes in this little case. And then you open it, push it out, and then you have this really tiny, cute Kabuki brush. The thing I really like about this is this case. I like this because as much as I love Kabukis, I hate that they never have a home. I say this all the time. They're like the homeless brush. They're just like, you can't fit them in a brush belt. They're just kind of odd and they just sit there and that sort of thing. So I like this one because I feel like it's protected. It's covered. Even with all my brushes in general sitting up, that's the only thing that annoys me. I feel like they collect dust or something. So this I just feel is like nice and protected. And I also like that it keeps the shape of the brush. Like this looks brand new. It's so compact and cute. So this one I use mainly for like actual contouring because it is so compact. This is almost like a mini 109 brush from MAC. It's just a really dense, round little bullet brush. You have a ton of control with it because there's no handle. So you're just really, you know, focusing all the control. So I use this mostly when I want like a more contour. I've also used this one with cream blushes just to kind of like dot it and swirl it out. But yeah, this one I don't use as much anymore just because it is so precise. That I like a little less precision so that I could powder, you know, my whole face. Plus this is really small. So if I'm doing my whole face with this, I'm going to get tired. But it's pretty unaffordable or inexpensive. The hairs are fairly soft after a lot of use. That's the only problem. With Mark brushes, I feel they're not that soft, but if you like condition them and wash them after a while, like I've had this for a lot of years and now it's finally soft. The next one is this Chanel, and I don't know what number it is because my little thing is covering it up, but it's the Chanel Kabuki brush. It's super cute. It just has a black handle, the labels, the little Chanel logos on the bottom, and it's nice and big and fat and chubby. It's like a really big head, so you have a lot of surface space. This one, I like it a lot. I originally bought it to use with my Bronze Universal, and that's what I used it for a long time. I like it. It just buffs it in. Nice control. I use this with powder a lot too for my whole face because it's so big. The one thing with this brush is it is not soft at all for like such an expensive brush. I feel like Chanel brushes aren't very soft. And this is a little bit prickly. I mean, it's not like it's like scratching your face off or anything. But for the price, you kind of want to feel luxurious. And this doesn't feel that luxurious. But it is really, really thick. Like super, super thick. Lots of hair. So you're going to get a lot of coverage with this brush. So I like that a lot about this one. The next one is the Bdellium Tools 994, and this one is an angled, and I hope you can tell that, an angled Kabuki brush, and I've shown this one before. It comes in this little like capsule thing, and I keep it in there just, again, to keep the shape and so that it has a little home. You just have to make sure to like clean it every now and then. Mine is getting a little murky. But anyways, so it has this silver handle, and it has the B and the D, the number right there. This one is really soft, super soft. And although it has a lot of hair, and it's like a lot of hair, it's not as dense as this one. It definitely has more movement, obviously because of the angle. It's very like wispy on one side. This, I love it for my face powder and bronzer. This works phenomenal with bronzer. Like, you just put it in and you literally just half-ass do this, and all of a sudden your face looks amazing. I really love this brush for bronzer, and I really like it for my cargo face powder. Something about this with the cargo face powder, it just buffs in the product like a dream. And I love this brush. When I get in like my compact powder foundation phase, I always reach for this brush. I super love it. And then the last one I have is the Sigma Round Top Kabuki F82 brush. And this one is different because it's an actual brush, like a Kabuki brush. It has a handle on it. And this one is a little bit dirty, so I apologize. But it's very densely packed. And this is the round one. They have a whole Kabuki series, so I have the rounded one. Very densely packed. I originally bought this for powder foundation. However, I don't want to put this on my face because it's dirty, but it's so dense that like I feel like it moves my skin with it. Like, it doesn't glide on the skin. It's just like dragging my skin with it. So I feel like it manipulates the skin too much. So I don't like it too much for that. I do use it with my liquid foundation, hence why it's dirty, with my liquid foundation, and I still use it with my powder foundation if I'm like breaking out and I need a lot of coverage in one area. I also use it with my Bronze Universal or cream, any other cream bronzer when I want a little more precision, and I'm just doing it on the cheeks, not so much E's and 3's. It also works really good with cream. You just stamp on your cream blush, and then you could blend it out with like your fingers or another brush. My major con about this is one of the hardest brushes to clean. Like, it's really hard to clean this brush. It's like, even when you think it's clean, if you kind of like do this, like, you'll look into the bristles and there's so much product gunked up in, just because it's so densely packed and so concentrated. So not one of my favorite brushes. I know a lot of people on YouTube like this brush, but for me, it's not one of my favorites because it's so hard to clean. If I had to pick my favorite out of these 4 Kabuki brushes, I would recommend the Bdellium 994. Phenomenal. I love this brush so much. I don't know why. I just love it. I like the angle too. It really helps get your foundation on the nose. And I said, again, with the bronzer, it just works phenomenal. I kind of want to put it on with bronzer right now. I don't really have any bronzer. Hold on. This isn't the bronzer I want to use, but it's the closest one, so we're going with it. So, you see the product on there, and then you just kind of work it into the face. And I hope I don't look crazy because I don't have a mirror. Yeah, if I look crazy, don't blame this brush. I don't have a mirror. But I just love it. I love this brush. So I definitely recommend the 994 out of all of my Kabukis. And that is my Kabuki overview. Hope you liked it. Talk to you later. Bye.